Your local station for Middlesbrough, CVFM.
Hello, I'm Kerrianne Covell and you are watching Community Voice TV.
You're listening to CVFM Radio.
Love local and love CVFM Radio. It is Thursday morning breakfast, 9:04. So Aidan with you till 10. Maroon 5. And This Summer.
This summer's gonna hurt like a mother.
I would like to welcome into the studio this morning then, as I promised you, Kerrianne Covell. Good morning.
Good morning.
How are you? We find us okay this morning?
Yes, I did.
There was no getting lost then?
No.
No.
Luckily not, no.
So obviously we're here today to talk about your music career.
Yes.
And basically the question I always ask people is, what influenced you to actually start singing, and what age did you start singing?
Well, I've always kind of sung since I was young, like since I was really young, probably about 9. Because I've danced all my life, so I used to do like song and dances at dance competitions and things like that. But it wasn't until I was probably about 12 when I went to secondary school and I started doing shows and stuff there. That's when I started like taking it seriously, and I knew that was what I wanted to do.
And what influenced you? So who was your influences around the time?
Do you know who one of my idols are? Is an artist called JoJo.
Right.
Like she was like, a lot of people now wouldn't know who she is because like she's not really out there anymore now. But she was like my absolute idol. Her and Stacey Rico. Obviously Whitney Houston, like absolutely amazing. So yeah, just all like kind of like the big belty, soul-y singers.
And sort of when you obviously were thinking about the singing, was there any other career prospects you were thinking about at the time, or was it just from the very start, was it singing?
Just singing. Honestly, I can't imagine myself doing anything else.
So obviously then X Factor came around, but before X Factor happened, did you do any other music competitions beforehand, before X Factor came around?
Yeah, I did. I was on a competition with like another radio station, and I got the chance to perform at Metro Radio Arena.
Wow. In
November 2013, or was it 2012? Can't remember now. But yeah, and I got to support like Little Mix, Pixie Lott, so that was incredible to be able to do that. That was like a little taster of kind of like what I wanted to do.
Yeah, and obviously the experience of standing thousands of people as well. Was there thousands of people there at the time?
Yeah, there was like about 11,000. Yeah.
I would definitely freeze up if I was on stage in front of them.
That's what I thought, because I'd never, at that point, I'd never even really started gigging, so I thought, I don't know how I'm gonna like, because obviously it's different performing like in a pub or something, talking to an audience rather than talking to like 11,000 people. So I was like, I'm scared. I don't know what to say to the audience because I can't just be like hello. So, but yeah, no, as soon as I got on there, like the feedback from the audience and stuff was amazing.
So how did you overcome the stage fright then? Obviously, do you have ways to sort of techniques you can use sort of when you're on the stage singing?
Yeah, well, what it is like, because I get really, really nervous like before I go on. But I always just use my nerves as like a positive. So the more nervous I am, like the better I perform. It's weird, like because a lot of people do like freeze, but touch wood, that's never happened to me.
So then obviously X Factor came around.
Yeah.
I mean, the nerves must have came back when you're that. But what was the audition process like?
Oh, it was long. Like it was like literally like so long. Like it was like an emotional roller coaster. Like emotions were everywhere. But like I loved it. Absolutely loved the whole process and everything.
Was this something you would do again? Do you think?
No, I don't think so. Because I always say like I wouldn't want to like say like, I wish I'd have done that, because I feel like I did my best like every time, and like there's all you can do really.
So with the X Factor, obviously as well, you got through the boot camp.
Yeah.
What was that like?
That was good. That was very, very hard. Like the chair challenge was awful, but good.
So obviously I know that when you sort of X Factor after leaving, did you sort of feel, did your confidence get knocked? Did you sort of sit back and think, or did you just keep going?
Well, it was so weird like after the show, because none of my, like, because obviously it's all pre-recorded, and when I came out at Houses, which was about September time, none of my auditions had been aired on TV. So I came out of the show, and then it was still, all my auditions were to be aired, so it was still like kind of like I was in the competition. And then like the most craziest thing is like people recognising you, so like just walking down the street and they're like, oh, it's Kerrianne who was on X Factor, and I was like, oh my, this is weird. But yeah, nothing's like the kind of like hype and stuff still kind of there, which is weird. I think with X Factor starting again, everyone's like, "Are you going back on it? Are you going back on it?" But I'm not. But
what advice could you give people though? Because obviously you've been through the auditions.
Yeah.
So what sort of advice could you give to people who are like planning to go to the X Factor?
just make sure that you pick the right song. That's like the main thing, I think. Like if you've got a voice and stuff, just be yourself, completely yourself, and make sure you pick a really good song.
That's definite. So obviously as well, I don't want to sort of chuck everything out in one go. Would you like to do a song now? It's down to you.
Yeah.
And would like to introduce what song you're going to be doing this morning.
I'm going to be doing Thinking Out Loud by Ed Sheeran.
Alright. We'll just wait for him to get the guitar.
Hopefully it hasn't like detuned.
Hopefully.
I'll leave it over to you guys.
When my legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you up off your feet, will your mouth still remember the taste of my love? Will your eyes still smile from your cheeks? So darling, I will be loving you till we're 70. And baby, my heart can still fall as hard at 23. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways, and maybe just the touch of a hand. For me, I fall in love with you every single day, and I just wanna tell you I am. So honey, now take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, 'cause baby, we found love right where we are. When my hair's all gone and my memory fades, and the crowds don't remember my name, will my hands still play the strings the same way? Ooh, I know you will still love me the same, 'cause baby, my soul will never grow old, it's evergreen. And baby, my smile's forever in my mind and memory. And I'm thinking about how people fall in love in mysterious ways. Maybe it's all part of a plan, but me, I'll keep on making the same mistakes, hoping that you'll understand. So baby, now take me into your loving arms, kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Oh darling, place your head on my beating heart. I'm thinking out loud, 'cause baby, we found love right where we are. Baby, we found love right where we are. Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic. Kerrianne Covell singing Thinking Out Loud. And back to the interview. So,
Oh, my voice is very rusty there. Not warmed up yet.
Too early in the morning.
Yeah.
Right, and so obviously now with music, things
Yeah.
like that, you've been signed up to a records deal,
Yes.
and I believe, Are You Listening?
Are You Listening? Yeah.
And what's it like working for them?
Amazing. Absolutely amazing. Like, because the thing is, I got flew out to Dubai for 5 weeks to kind of transform myself and just better myself as an artist. And obviously, like, without being signed, like the management and things like that, I wouldn't have been able to kind of achieve and like what I've done. And yeah, they've helped me so much.
What was Dubai like? What was it like over the few weeks you were there?
Hot. Yeah, no, it was absolutely amazing. It's like, the thing is with Dubai, it's like a totally different, it's like its own little bubble, it's like its own little world. It's amazing, absolutely amazing, it's unreal.
So the journey, so what sort of things did you do over there? Is that sort of where you were doing like the recording? Is that why you
Yeah.
just went for a break? Or was it, were you just working hard over the few weeks you were there?
Well, I was in the studio like a few times when I was over there, because I've done a song for like Borough whilst I was over there, so which was good whilst we were doing like really well and things like that. And then I was training every day, fitness wise, so kind of bettering myself, getting a lot more fitter. I was training sometimes 3 times a day, which was very hard, especially on like the mornings when I've got like to be doing it outside, like in the heat.
Yeah.
But it was all worth it. Like, it was class.
Working out in the heat must be very difficult, especially
Yeah.
over there.
It was.
So have you got any singles due out? Have you been writing any music? Are we expecting to hear any sort of fresh music coming from yourself?
Yeah, well, that's what I'm working on now. I'm working on getting about 4 tracks together to kind of release, because that's kind of like the next step now. What I really like need to do. I need to start getting obviously like original material and things like that. Start co-writing with people, and yeah. So it'll be this year.
So what sort of music are we going to expect? Some sort of ballad type music? What sort of styles are you going for?
Well, the thing is, like with me, it's all, like my natural voice is like a soul-y, like belty voice. But I mean, I love a ballad. I love ballads. But I'd like to kind of go more for like one, like even just like one song, the kind of like house feel. Because Jess Glenn's like one of my favourite artists, and that's kind of like the road what she's done. But that style of music I actually love doing it. At the moment, it's really, really like good to kind of market yourself in that area.
So what sort of time are you looking for to release this? Are you looking for like this year or next year?
Hopefully this year. It's just obviously depending on whether like the tracks can be produced in time and things like that. But yeah, hopefully at least one this year.
So it'd be good to see.
Yeah.
So in 5 years' time, obviously, where would you sort of want to see yourself in 5 years' time?
Well, in fact, where I'd want to see myself. Right, okay, it might sound a bit like from aiming high here. I'd love to like be able to like do a full tour, like a world tour, like Pink.
Be fantastic. Which sort of
I
countries
know.
would you want to go to? What would be your favourite sort of?
America, like I think when you've like cracked America, because America's so hard to obviously crack. Like, I mean the UK is hard, but America's so big, so to be able to like kind of definitely go there would be like the cherry on top, to be honest.
So that'd be the dream, is it?
Yeah.
So apart from like sort of doing the recording and stuff like that, so you do gigs around the northeast, or do you go further afield at the moment?
Yeah, well, I've just came off a tour with Michael Suthercorn, and that was in Glasgow, Cardiff and Bristol, so that was kind of like edging a bit out of like the northeast. But yeah, I gig a lot here in the northeast, like everywhere.
And do you have any gigs you want to promote, which is coming up, where people can hear you perform?
Off the top of my head, I've got a gig at Slaley Hall on Sunday. I've got a gig there. I was meant to be doing the air show, but unfortunately it's been cancelled.
Yeah, that was due to the disaster, wasn't it?
Yeah, so that's a bit of a nightmare, but yeah, no, that Slaley Hall gig, that's going to be really, really good. I'm trying to think if I've got any other ones coming up off the top of my head. I don't think so.
So if people want to sort of keep up to date with yourself on social media,
Yeah.
website, how do they go about doing that?
Well, I've got a website, that's kerriannecovellofficial.com, and my Twitter is at Kerrianne Covell, and my Facebook is Kerrianne Covell Music, and my Instagram's just my name, Kerrianne Covell.
So people can obviously keep up to date. So
Yeah, everything's on there, like from gigs, from what I do on my everyday life, from waking up to going to sleep. So yeah, if you want to like keep up to date with anything what I'm doing, everything's on there.
definitely get yourself along and sort of keep up to date with what is happening. Is there anything else finally you sort of want to add into the conversation this morning? in regards to your music or anything else?
Not really, no, just like thank you everyone who were listening, if they did watch X Factor and stuff, for like the support, because the support in Teesside's like, it's like in the northeast, like actually is unbelievable. Like it was crazy. Like from when I done X Factor, I'd never ever expected for like the support as much as what I've got. It's incredible.
Well, that's brilliant. Well, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you very much for having me.
And I wish you all the best with your career.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.